tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Heat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Hit dials, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerge victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears is glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man, oh there with the hands. Thought they could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash. They slept on the team that they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best because I am. It's no.
All right, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Miami Dolphins and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go now. 18 Gators. 55. Watch the run.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
The sack cost him only a yard. It's second and 11. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That goes for a gain of 31.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes a starch right out of them.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45.
Mike 55. Check 55. Mike. Here we go, D. Get off the field. Mike 55. Mike 55. Mike 55. They're not ready for this.
Throwing on first down is Minshew. This is the tight end, Njoku. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball right here. Ready?
A first carry now for Thompson. A nice opening right away as he'll maneuver his way up to the 32-yard line. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me. Jim. General West. 55. Mike 55. 2.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Elliott. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
A 41-yard attempt.
And Lambeau will put this one through, and the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
Now after the made field goal, back out Lambeau to kick this one off.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set. Hey, hold on. Come on. Quit talking about it and bring it. Switch. Anyway.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker, complete. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a 1st down. Late in the season now, MVP chatter starts, and he might be on the fringe. This is always an award that goes quarterback, running back, usually quarterback. A lot of bias. Does he deserve consideration?
He more than deserves consideration because the way the game is played in the NFL now, it's a pass-first league, right? So that means that people are going to adjust their defenses for him each and every week, and he's still putting up big-time numbers. I know the quarterbacks, the running backs get it, but he should be firmly in the race for MVP.
Mike Bobo. What we got? What we got? Cheer. Wahoo. 40,
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Miles Jack with a sack. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Here we go. Bobo. Mike Bobo. It's our time.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And this is Parker, complete. 70th catch for him on the year, and like so many others, this goes for a 1st down. 2 1st downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Balaj. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. Telvin Smith that time there to make the play.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A Miami 1st down, that one going for a gain of 11.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. I always talk about slot receivers. They're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second and 9 now. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sacked by the outside backer, Telvin Smith.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Ninth play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. They'll set up a throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And it's incomplete. Both players had a shot at that one. Neither can get it. And it brings up 4th down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
At their own 20-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it? Touchdowns. That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Hey, exit.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today.
Throwing on 2nd down now, Minshew. Brought in here by Tyler Eifert. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards the pickup there.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam. Oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, eat. I don't even know why this team showed up.
Check. Lucky. Watch safety creep.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Jerome Baker there on the tackle.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
Kill.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Go! 70, Indy.
Right there in the middle. 55.
Yeah, let's get sack lunch.
Shift.
22 jet bomber.
55 is my guy. 55.
On 3rd down, Fournette. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Go!
Wide motion.
Hustle.
Mike.
5.
They'll run on first down. Elliott. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Shift. Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
Big edge.
On second down, it's Thompson. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give them a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds.
Ready.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
Watch the back. Yep. Hey, check mine. Ready.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
This is Josh Lambo. He hit from 57 a year ago. This will be from 56 yards out. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They are still in search of their first points in the ball game, but only down 6-0 as they begin with a first down. Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 24-yard line.
Second and 11. And this is caught. It's Parker. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw here. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
They'll run it now out of the gun.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
He'll set up to throw. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. They'll look to throw now on first down. He's going to let one go deep for Parker. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Devontae Parker, his 19th touchdown now on the season, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that will give him the lead here as we get on towards halftime. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, Alpha. 55 is my guy, 55. Hey, me and you all day, all day. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Let's go.
Now Minshew on 1st and 10. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Yes. Mike, 55. Check, 55. Mike. Oh, you got deep. Go. Mike, 55. Mike, 55. Hit. Watch the twist. Check, 55 to Mike. Check, 55 to Mike.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Hey, check Mike. Hey, zoom. Watch the ball. Now.
On 2nd and 10, it's Minshew. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
You don't know no better. Mike 55. And watch that. And watch the ball. Mike 55. Right there in the middle. 55.
Minshew throwing on 3rd down. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, first down. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter.
Go. Hey. Let's go, Heavy. Tell me what you got. Heavy? Hey, Foxtrot. Give me something. Here we go. Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. Hey, defense, let's go. Hey, Charlie. Get it.
They'll throw now on the final play. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And that's going to leave them with just one timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started.
Let's go. Let's do it.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. They're going to look to throw. He gets it into the arms of Parker, complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Under 10. Under 10.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Call it a 4-yard pickup, but it leaves him a few inches short here on 4th down. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They'll try and run for it. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed he did not. They stop him. Well, it was too far for a field goal try. You don't really gain a whole lot out of a punt, so I don't think you have much of a problem with that, do you?
No, not at all. I think it's the right play, the exact right play, because even if you want to play defense and pin them deep, you know how hard it is for a punter to knock one dead inside the 10-yard line. That's not necessarily easily done. So I think going for it there was the right call.
He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Hey, back up. Through draw Parker. Watching your 5. I got it.
Mike 55, Mike 55.
Go.
Let's go. Mike 55, Mike 55.
General West.
Pick up the ball. Slam.
Shotgun handoff to Thompson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
55. Right there in the middle. 55. Hey, look at me. Zipper. Screen. 55.
10th carry now for Elliott. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Now.
Roy. Mike.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
Check back.
Again, it's Elliott. And he'll get this down close to a first down at about the Dolphins' 34.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Hey!
Motion. Reset. Stopper! SOS. Hey, check Mike. Go. Check. Ready?
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And Fournette trying to power his way forward, but I don't think he got there. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything. Change it up, because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
All 9 points for him coming via the field goal, and this last one puts him out in front.
All the field goals are great, but you know I'm going to get pessimistic here, right? Because you can't score touchdowns to win games in the NFL. I just wonder if all these field goals, great now, or if they'll come back and haunt them later on.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Mike Popo.
I smell fear in that offense.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Here's Matt Hawk now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And that'll kick and go out of bounds just outside the 15 at the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. The Jags picking up the 1st down there, a gain of 12.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game.
We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Yeah. Go.
I'm scared. Mike 55.
Go.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. The Jags picking up the 1st down there, a gain of 12. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Hey.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Elliott. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Go. Let's go, baby. Look at me. Zipper.
Check 55.
Now.
Oh, yeah. And here we go again.
Now Leonard Fournette. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, Guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
Back now in Jacksonville. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. The Jaguars on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3.
55.
Go.
55. Hey, eat.
Hey, Haywood. Yep. 55. Mike 55.
In your face.
Mike 55. Right there in the middle. Hey, orbit.
55 is Mike, guys. 55. I'm trying to collect.
Mike 55. Mike 55.
Danny.
Big Griffin.
They'll try to throw for it with Minshew. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Jaguars. Keelan Cole, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
The Dolphins take over.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
I don't think you got it, son.
2nd and 5. And that's off the mark, incomplete. The linebacker, Telvin Smith, able to get a hand on it there.
Whenever they're trying to attack a zone defense, you're trying to figure out where your gaps are going to be. And depending on what type of zone they're playing, it could be on the outside, it could be in the middle, it could be in the seams and the edges. In this case, they tried to attack the middle of the field, but this zone defense didn't allow it because they were able to see the ball come off the quarterback's hands, and everyone was able to react to the football and knock it away.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And nearly picked off there, and it would have been a great time for their first pick. Instead, it's 2nd down. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week, he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw. Going deep here for Parker. And that'll be incomplete as it's knocked away. But a penalty flag is down. So who's this going to be on? So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They run it with Balaj. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll let this go for the... And this is caught by Parker for a Miami touchdown. Devontae Parker with touchdown number 20 on the year as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that will get him one closer.
16. Dolphins 14.
So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Yes.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Wahoo!
Out of the gun is Minshew. Open man is Westbrook, complete. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker.
Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship.
Fournette, a 1st down carry. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Now, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
They'll run with Elliott, and he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
53's the mic.
Five.
Hey, let's get in that home.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Check hot route. Hot.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3.
Let's go.
Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Oh, you get on the head.
Look at me. Zipper.
53's Mike. Check.
Hey. High 7.
Yo. 53's the mic. 53. Check 53. All day. 53's the mic. 53's the mic.
Ready.
From the gun, Minshew to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Now.
Banjo. Let's go, let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Hey, Alpha.
Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike. Come on, baby.
Dude.
On 4th down, Minshew. And he completes it to Westbrook. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Oh. You got me ready. Don't be scared of it. Go.
On 1st down, it's Elliott. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it, because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, they scared. They scared.
Pilot, 64, weak.
2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line.
Joker, 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 Joker.
Go.
Check him out. Check the call, check the call. Let's go, let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Let's go.
On 2nd down now, it's Thompson. 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. Chris Thompson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
They do tack on the extra point as well, and it might seal the deal as that makes it a 2-score game here with not a lot of time remaining.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Looking to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a 1st down. He's going to let it fly. This is caught. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Devontae Parker, his 21st touchdown of the season, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. Sanders now to add the extra point. And it's no good. Well, that could be a critical miss here in a 1-score game in the 4th. So with just over a minute to play, this becomes a make-or-break onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
We go! 90 Wolf!
53's Mike! Hey, come on now, come on now!
Yep. Snap!
Here's Elliott. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
Check 43.
Yes.
The mic.
Be grip.
A 20th carry here for Elliott. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
53. Let's go defense. And here we go. Check.
This is Elliott. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Come on. Look at me. Zipper.
53 is the mic.
Now.
Watch the screen.
Mike. Hey.
53, Mike. Hey, defense.
They'll try the right side with Elliott. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on 1st. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Down to a knee for the Jags. Victory seemingly in hand.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it,